Hey everybody, welcome back to the Flannel Phillip channel. I'm here at the Casson Big Iron Classic 2021, and I meet some of the coolest people. So, my man, you're willing to show us around your awesome truck. Tell us who you are, tell us a little bit about your family, and then show us your ride.
I'm Gage Saylor, 20. We're from down by Albert Lea, Minnesota, and this is my grandpa's 79 K100. He actually come upon the truck. My uncle bought it back in the day for his son to run. And his son ended up getting in some trouble, and he ended up selling the truck. And later on down the road, my grandpa ended up with it. He bought it from my uncle, and when he bought it at a dash fire, it was sitting along a shed. And Grandpa one day decided he needed to do something with it. He crawled up in there, rewired the dash all himself, and he was running it for a while. And as he was running it, he was hauling oversized poles, and up in the cities, he had a guy run a pole up into the side of the truck behind the passenger side, or the driver's side vent back there, and smashed it up a little bit. So he decided he didn't like driving around brown and white anymore, brought it home, decided to paint it, and that was a big family project there. Grandpa and my dad sprayed, and they never went to school. They just had learned a little bit from my uncle, who had passed on back in '06, and so they put the knowledge that they together both had and ended up painting the truck themselves. And when we were younger, we helped lay the stripes, and Grandma mixed the paint, and Mom and Grandma also cut all the paper for it, and we masked it all off, and we painted this one ourselves many moons ago. So
wow. And
my grandpa, he's in his early 70s. I can't quite remember, I always forget, but he runs this truck every week. So it's got a 3406A Caterpillar with a 13-speed, and it's sitting on a 275-ish wheelbase. So
excellent.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, your family has obviously done a fantastic job on this machine, and it sounds like almost everybody in the family has had a part in it.
Yeah.
Is that kind of what I'm hearing?
That's how it's worked.
Wow.
So yeah, the interior, it's mostly all original. We put new carpet in it. It's kind of messy. We haven't really had time to do a lot of interior cleaning lately, but
that's okay.
Stuff scattered here and there, but yeah, he runs it every week. It's his pride and joy. So
wow. Well, I think you're doing Grandpa proud.
Yeah,
I really do.
Yeah.
Man.
He said he likes it. Even the part of laying down, putting his pants on in the morning, he said he still enjoys it. So.
Wow,
yeah.
That's great. So when Grandpa decides to finally retire, what are the plans for the truck in the future? Do you know?
Well, eventually, lately he's been talking about redoing it again. Now, as you can see in the past video, or previous video there, we just redid that 75 with the V12. And
yes.
He said his paint work didn't come out as good as it did on that one, so he said he wants to redo it.
Okay.
And then park it and use it when the sun's shining, he said. But,
yeah.
But right now he runs mostly through the winter. He parks for maybe a couple months when it gets really bad out, just because he can.
Sure.
But he runs mostly every week. So.
Wow. That's awesome to see a truck like this that's still out working.
Yeah.
And yeah.
And we've got plans right now. He said he is getting a little, he's losing leg room. He said he feels like he's getting a little taller maybe, but he's 6'2", and he said he just would like a little more comfort. So the plan is to build him a 68 narrowhood Kenworth here soon. So.
Ooh, hey, we're gonna have to keep an eye on that too.
Yeah, we've got a lot of parts rounded up for it. So.
Okay. Is that truck in the shop right now?
No, not yet.
Okay.
We've still been busy working on stuff here for Casson and stuff. So maybe he said this winter maybe we'll have to get a jump start on that. So.
Awesome. Wow.
Just for a little more comfort, he said.
Yep, absolutely. Well, walk us around a little bit behind and underneath and all the little...
Well, it's not perfect, you know, like I said, it's a work truck, but we try to keep it pretty clean.
That's part of what makes it so cool, is that it's a working truck, right? And did you guys stretch the frame out on this one?
Yeah, my uncle had it stretched a long time ago. It's always been this long. It's a little hard turning, a little hard to get around corners with it being so long. This old Kenworth don't turn so sharp, but
yeah,
it's a little hard on the fuel mileage pulling a dry van around, but
sure.
That's the price of being cool, I guess.
That's right. What kind of suspension is underneath there?
It's just got the Kenworth 8-bag underneath it.
Gotcha.
It rides like a dream. It just floats right down the road. So
that's awesome.
You got a nice one. That's your family.
this past winter, it's had the original tanks on it for the longest time, and they had rotted out underneath the vans, and Grandpa just had these new barrels re-rolled this past winter. And we were busy working on some other stuff, and he said he wanted to get his tanks polished. Like I said, he's in his early 70s. He's like, show me how, show me how. So he was down polishing his own tanks, and he keeps it pretty well waxed up and cleaned up, and
wow.
He usually washes it himself. So just for something to do. He gets mad sometimes when we do it all for him, because he said he still wants something to do, but he just don't enjoy sitting around. He's been a really good mentor.
Wow, that is awesome.
There's nothing I love more than sitting around listening to the old trucking stories that he's got to tell. Some of them maybe I hear more than once, but you know what? They're still cool, and when he's gone, you'll remember every single one of them. So.
That's right. That's right. That's what I want to try and capture in this channel is the older guys passing the torch on to young guys like you, and seeing that something like this, a project that's in the family, is just continuing on, and you're learning from the older guys, and they're teaching you, and the trucks have stories to tell. I hope that you guys are taking those same stories from grandpas and uncles and dads, and then you're going to pass that on to your kids someday. So man, this was such a pleasure. Thank you so much, man.
Absolutely.
All right.